So Mario Kart World came out about 2 months ago, and I keep coming back to it because it's just such an interesting case study, because this was poised to be one of Nintendo's best games, and it was their biggest game to date, aside from Bonanza, which came out almost a month ago and has completely destroyed every bit, or every expectation anyone had. But essentially, I wanted to make a video on how Mario Kart World could be fixed, because again, there's been a lot of problems with it. And one of the problems is one that you're seeing on screen right now, the intermission tracks. If you guys look at the the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see how everything is just straight. That is what we call an intermission track, where the majority of the track is just you going straight, you driving in a straight line, and honestly, it's not really fun. So, one way to fix one of the game's actually the game's biggest issue is by just making a different mode for online, for 3-lap tracks. Like, you know, you're playing like Toad's Factory, which we've been waiting to return for how many years now? You can actually play that 3-lap instead of doing the intermission version, which has you do 1 lap around that thing, which is stupid. So, yeah, and of course, that one update that Nintendo pushed out, that literally I have not seen one person say, hey, this is a good update, people should calm down. No, everyone has been all over Nintendo since that update came out, and they did kind of walk back a little tiny bit by increasing the frequency in which the three-lap tracks show up, and it really didn't matter because it didn't fix it enough. And in fact, why can't we have a classic mode for worldwide? What is the reason for it? Because people enjoy the 3 laps, and you know, there's some people that enjoy the intermissions, and if you do, leave a comment, because I wanna see what you honestly think about this. But honestly, I am not a fan of the intermission, and I would greatly rather have a version where you can just play normally, like just do normal 3-lap tracks, because it just doesn't make any sense. We spent $80 on this game, USD, 110 Canadian for some people, and we are paying to get a game that isn't of that quality, if you know what I mean. Because 8 Deluxe, if you buy the DLC, is roughly the same price. Why are we paying for less paying more for less with Mario Kart World? This is Nintendo's biggest game, one of Nintendo's biggest games, and they are controlling how we want to play it and how we do play it, because ultimately they have the final say. And again, it just doesn't make any sense. And honestly, I look at this game, and this is why I keep making videos on it, is because I keep looking at this game and I see, like, I'm so conflicted on it. I'm like, this game is awesome, because it is. It's a great game. But at the same time, it just feels, there's something that I haven't nailed down right yet. It just feels worse than 8 Deluxe, and I don't like it. But at the same time, there's other parts of it that feel better, and obviously it looks so much better than 8 Deluxe. I mean, I'd hope so. But it feels better, it's got more charm, and there's just more to it. But at the same time, there's something about it that feels a little too different for me to just be like, this is the greatest game. This is, I don't know. I don't know what it is. And it might be because I'm growing older. It might be because, I mean, obviously this game is wildly different from any other Mario Kart game we've had before it. But I want to like this game. I want to love this game so bad, but I just can't, because there's something that's keeping me away from it. And I suppose it might be because of all the controversy this game has had. I genuinely do not think there has been a different, or an other Nintendo game that has had this much controversy surrounding it. Name one that has had a bigger backlash to it. I don't think you can, because this game really kind of just, the reputation of it, it defines a shift in the industry from affordable, or semi-affordable, I should say, to being completely just unaffordable for some people. Some people still, to this day, refuse to buy a Switch 2 and this game simply because they do not support the price increase, the industry setting standard that Nintendo did with Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart World with $80 games. Because shortly after that, Microsoft announced that they were doing $80 games, that they were doing a transition towards them. And Sony's probably going to follow suit as well. I don't know. I really don't know. And I just saw an article today as well that Nintendo's stock price in what, Japan is at an all-time high. So Nintendo not going to do anything about it. Like, don't get it twisted. Nintendo's not going to do a damn thing about any of this. And it sucks because under the Wii U days, they had a lot of pressure to, you know, answer to their fans because that's all they had. Now, 150 million Switch 1 units and, I mean, well over 5 million Switch 2s. They don't have to listen to us anymore. They really don't. And that's the biggest problem that, I mean, I foresaw, it's been foreseen for a very long time that this was going to be something that was going to plague the next generation of Nintendo, and in turn has sacrificed the enjoyability of Mario Kart World, which sucks because we waited, I mean, I waited so long for this game to come out. And, I mean, I was hyped. We were all hyped when the Switch 2 trailer dropped. We were like, oh, this is going to be awesome. Mario Kart World looks like everything we've been wanting, and then more, and then some. And then it launches, and it's like, the free roam is a disaster. I'm sorry, I think I've waited long enough to say this. The free roam is an absolute disaster. There is nothing to it. I literally have not opened it other than to get thumbnails. That is literally the only reason. And the reason I'm not saying it's the worst thing ever is because it's pretty cool for the online mode. I think it's pretty cool that the lobby, the in-game lobby, is that. But Nintendo advertised the World mode as, it's literally called Mario Kart World. And genuinely, the actual world has nothing to it. There's no, like, cohesion among the missions and the P-switches, the medallions. It's just a mess. There's nothing to it other than, it's just on a map. You have to go and find it. You just gotta go and find it. There's no 200cc, there's no Mii characters, there's no characters outside of the Mario franchise. They cut a lot of what made Mario Kart 8 Deluxe so special. They cut a lot of that out, and why? Why? I get it. I get it. It doesn't, it's not as cohesive when you've got like a bunch of other characters from outside of Mario, and Nintendo said like they didn't want to turn it into Nintendo Kart. But it wasn't Nintendo Kart when Link was in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or when the Animal Crossing characters were in, or when Splatoon, the Inklings were. It's just, like, the charm that this game has is greatly impacted by what Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had over it. Because, again, there was so much to it. We didn't have to worry. Like, look, we finally got our first 3-lap track here. And watch how many people are going to choose it. We've almost got a full lobby. Look at this. The majority of people are choosing that 3-lap track because they prefer it over the intermission. And that's unprecedented. When you went online for 8 Deluxe, outside of when new DLC waves came out, no one was picking the same track. Like, there was actual variety between every single one. And did we get it? Yeah, we did. Okay, good. So, like I said, it's very... this game does a lot different, which is good, but it also does too much different. Does that make any sense? Like, I'm trying to understand myself why this game isn't on the same level that we were expecting. Like, we were expecting so much more, and, like, I'm trying to think of, like, could DLC save it? I honestly don't know. I honestly do not know if this game doing DLC is going to save it. I think what matters most is getting a 3-lap track mode in the online, because bro, playing these tracks 3 laps is just as perfect, or just as good as 8 Deluxe, if not better. I enjoy it so very much doing 3-lap tracks, but it feels like that magic has kind of gone away because Nintendo's kind of force-feeding us to do these intermissions that not many people care for. I mean, I don't care for them. the vast majority of the community does not care for them. And I guarantee if you were to do worldwide, like a worldwide stream, play for like 1 hour, you would probably get 2/3 intermission and maybe 1/3 3-lap, if you're lucky, like we just got here. So, yeah, I just, Mario Kart World is such an interesting case study, and we will certainly come back to it in the future, because it's such a big game. Because again, 8 Deluxe was the best-selling Switch game, one of the best-selling games of all time, for God's sake. And following it up with Mario Kart World feels like you should be expanding upon it and not regressing as much as this game has. And a lot of the features that we were just thinking were going to be taken for granted in Mario Kart, that were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we did not get in Mario Kart World. Like, for example, we thought we were going to get more third-party characters, or more outside of Mario series characters. We thought we were going to get more, but we ended up getting none. Not even the Miis made an appearance. And it's not too late, but I think this has been a common theme from Nintendo for a very long time, is that they like to finish games after they come out. For Switch Sports, fine. That is a very niche game compared to Mario Kart. Mario Kart should not have that problem. It shouldn't. Case and point. It shouldn't have that problem. This game is too big to have that issue, and I think the vast majority of people are going to agree with that sentiment. So, yeah, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think, though, because, again, this game is too big to ignore. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, we'll come back to this later. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.